One of my favorite things about eclipses is the fact that it requires just the mere distance between these celestial objects is confirmation to me that there is a higher power maybe orchestrating things, because the precision in the exact distance between the sun, the moon, and the earth, and it's just like these miraculous conditions that allow for total solar eclipses to even happen. So from this point forward, I am an eclipse chaser. Well, actually, since before this, because I saw the previous total solar eclipse across North America. That happened back in 2017, and that one I traveled to North Carolina to go see it. I believe the town I saw it was Franklin. It was Franklin, North Carolina, that I went to go see that total solar eclipse. So from that moment, I was just hooked. I had to see the next one, and you can just imagine how thrilled I was to see that the next total solar eclipse across America, which is the country I reside in, was going to be the exact day of my birthday. I was just planning ahead of time, years in advance, just to make sure any obstacles are going to come in between me experiencing this event, like lack of finances or work or stuff like that. So I really made sure that this could actually happen, and I'm just so thrilled it did. So, and it was absolutely perfect, and the clouds weren't in the sky. I actually did capture it perfectly, so things were just honestly spectacular. Things have been really good. So yeah, so I think that's going to be something I do from from now on. I'm just going to be like going to see eclipses because they're like my favorite thing. Even when I initially saw my first eclipse, and I would say eclipses were pretty novel to me back then, but I was able to identify the specific characteristics that make eclipses. So some of the beautiful characteristics total solar eclipses have, which are like the Bailey's beads, the diamond ring formation, and this one other thing that I don't think like people, there's a term for it exactly, but on the horizon, like you'll see the sky becomes dark and you can see the stars, and even the animals go silent, but on the horizon of the sky there's like this golden hue. It's really strange, like it's weird how you can still see the light on the horizon, but then as you look into the sky itself, it becomes completely, most of the sky, like 80% of the sky is completely dark, like it's nighttime, except for that horizon that has that beautiful golden hue. So it's really beautiful and interesting. So yeah, that's why I love eclipses so much, is because to me it's confirmation that there might be a higher power that is in fact orchestrating these things, and it's kind of like showing off kind of showing off like how beautiful things could be. So yeah, and I wanted to share the experience I had. And I actually traveled, which is not something I often do. So I traveled to see this eclipse, and I went to Texas to go see it. Originally, we planned on going to see it in Mazatlan, Mexico, but that wasn't going to work out with our work schedule. So we decided to go with Texas, right? So the way you always think like everything's bigger in Texas, and you think of like the big expanse of like clear blue skies. So we thought it would be a safe bet, and we went with Texas to go see the total solar eclipse. Because obviously, when you're going to go see an eclipse, for those of you guys who haven't really ever seen an eclipse before, cloud cover is the major concern. You want to really be able to see it. If you get the low-hanging storm clouds, there is a good chance that it will be obscured. You won't be able to see it. So yeah, I went to Texas, still kicking, and it was a great time. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I was only there for about 3 days. I had to work early in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I wake up on my birthday, and we find this venture capitalist firm that was taking like a bus tour to a smaller town to go specifically see the eclipse on a hill, like a hilltop. There's no mountains in Texas, but it was like a hilltop, and this was like in the plains of Texas. It was really beautiful. There was like a lot of like these beautiful stone formations, and the sky was quite gray, and there's quite a lot of clouds, but still wasn't like the bad clouds. So we were able to see everything. I was able to actually capture it right initially as it starts going into totality. So I have that. They were playing Pink Floyd at the time. It's really weird because every time I travel, I don't know, I've just always had in the back of my mind that like, just be careful because you might encounter a snake. And it's like, it's like I actually did see a snake in a small town, roughing it in Texas. It's crazy, and it's always a gray snake. It's the weirdest thing. So, I actually saw a gray snake again previously when I traveled to Turkey, where my family has some properties in Turkey, and over in a chicken coop, I saw this huge gray snake. I don't know if like the snake was like eating the baby little chickens and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just really scary. But I don't know if like snakes are like my spirit animal or something. But it was crazy. I can't believe I saw a snake in Texas too. So after always having that in my head, like just it was a really fun experience. Hopefully, I'll be traveling more often, and I'll be, I guess this was kind of more of a vlog as opposed to an astrology or yoga video. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll be catching up with you guys later. Bye!